Hey, Zombie Freak 21 here, and today I want to rant on MTV. Now, as you all may know, future generations are becoming progressively dumber, and I kind of blame this mess on this network because, of course, MTV was pretty much the one that started this whole reality television crap. And the show that's to blame for this, of course, is The Real World, which came out around 1993 or 1994. I'm not sure, but of course, that's pretty much how it all started. But before I go into the bad points, let's go into the good points. Now, MTV, of course, came around the mid to late 80s, the mid to late 80s. I take that back. I think it was around the early to mid 80s. But beside my point, MTV, of course, stands for music television, and back then it only played 100% music, 24 hours a day. Now, of course, back then they didn't even play any of the any of the music I listen to, such as hip hop, rap, or anything. But of course, the station was threatened to be taken down if they didn't play any of Michael Jackson's stuff. Since the network didn't want to lose money, that's when they played MJ's Billie Jean, and of course that broke the racial barrier on the network. And then came Yo MTV Raps, which was around 1988, which of course had brought rap more attention. Now let me go into the 90s. Now 90s MTV, that's when they started airing TV shows. They did 9% music and 10% of TV shows. Now, there were good shows such as Beavis and Butthead, which I didn't watch much of it, but I do remember remember its spin-off show, Daria, which was actually a good show. Because I enjoyed Daria's sarcasm, and she kind of reminds me of myself, since I somewhat have a sarcastic personality. But that's beside the point. But let me get into where MTV started going downhill. Now, remember how I told you that MTV, the blame, of course, was The Real World? It seems that people got so addicted to that show, they started creating other pointless reality shows. But we didn't see much more of this around until the 2000 era began, because I didn't get exposed to MTV as much as around the mid to late 90s when I finally got cable. Because after all, I was born in 1989. Anyway, MTV started declining, of course, around the 2000s when they started airing another pointless reality shows. Because when I managed to watch it again, I kind of noticed now they're doing the opposite of what I've said. Because now 95% of it is dedicated to more reality shows, and 5% music. But it's pointless because the music today, it's really nothing worth hearing. And Matt Groening, he even, of course, the creator of The Simpsons, there was that one episode where Bart writes on the chalkboard that said, I no longer want my MTV. Even he knew that MTV sucks now. But that's beside the point. My point is that MTV pretty much lost its credibility, probably I should say around the year 2003, because there was this other show called Undergrads. Because Undergrads was another good show, but unfortunately it was left unfinished because they didn't even make a second season. So you could say the show itself was left at a cliffhanger, and some questions were left unanswered. So now MTV has all these shitty shows such as Next, which was of course a stupid dating show. There's Room Raider, which I'm glad they've gotten rid of those shows. And there's this other show called, what's that show called? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, My Sweet 16, which is a bunch of annoying rich girls who want these fancy ass parties and make the middle class kids look bad. And let's not forget how these idiotic girls pretty much say whatever they want to their parents. They spend their money all on expensive material, and it's not good enough for them. So you know what they do? They bitch about it. This show just really makes me want to come and punch them girls in the mouth. I just can't stand their BS. And there's Jersey Shore. Just don't get me started with that one. But the worst show that's ever came on MTV ever is 16 and Pregnant. Oh my God! It's just so unreal. I can't believe that well, they said the purpose of this show was, of course, to prevent teen pregnancy. But you know, this but that's the thing. Sadly, this show is only encouraging teen pregnancy. Why else would they make a season 4? Oh my God! And some of these girls sound really dumb, cause they said that they didn't think about the consequences and how they didn't use any sort of protection. They thought nothing would happen. Well, it's pretty damn obvious. It doesn't take geniuses to figure out that you are gonna get pregnant if you use no type of protection. It's pretty damn obvious. But really, all I'm saying is, people, that MTV is no longer considered as music television. Now it's just considered as reality television. Then really, that's what they should call it. So my point is, rest in peace, old MTV. At least we have the fun memories when it came to good music and the memorable TV shows such as Deathmatch, Daria, and Beavis and Butthead. But new MTV, you fucking suck. I'm Zombie Freak 21, and I'll see you next time.